Sentiment analysis is a technique to understand sentiment about users' comment. So these days, a lot of people give a feedback on social platforms like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Quora, etc. These sentiments could be about some products or maybe about some campaign. It could be about a person like the President of the United States. It could be about policy. It could be about celebrity. And there are so many examples where few people just keep blogging on social platforms. So these sentiments could be positive, where someone talks, praises a person or a place, or they like a brand that the company is promoting, things like Apple iPhone. Or the sentiments could be negative. If the person doesn't like something about the product, they can talk about it. Or they could be neutral, right? So since the sentiments could be in millions, I mean, people log millions and millions of feedback comments on a daily basis. So it is essential to analyze the feedback programmatically so that we can quickly generate sentiments and understand how overall a brand, product, or a person is doing. So sentiment analysis is all about programmatically analyzing how a person, a brand, a place, or a campaign is doing, right? So it's all about analyzing the intelligence of how things are doing. It's also known as the emotion AI or opinion mining, right? Let's see a few examples on how that would be useful. A few years back, there was a lipstick brand called Revlon, and the company who created it, they wanted to know first how the brand is doing. So they created a social campaign on Twitter, right, about Revlon brand, and people started talking about how the brand is doing. So here are the few review comments about the Revlon brand. The first person is saying they're talking about the Revlon Kiss. The experience was fantastic. The other person was talking about a beauty lip tip that they're giving. Then the third person is talking about Revlon Strong Hair Lock Lips. Okay. So if you analyze, let's say each of these review comments by analyzing certain words like maybe fantastic, superb, excited, we can treat those words as positive sentiment, whereas a word like it sucks or bad, pathetic, awful, we can classify them as negative sentiments. So once we classify each review into positive and negative sentiments, we can group them together and identify, let's say, maybe 70% of the review comments are positive and 30% are negative. So this gives a company an overall impression on how my brand is doing, and then they can take corrective action to improve the perception of the brand or to improve the actual product. So sentiment analysis this way is very, very powerful, and the companies use this to analyze the sentiments on how their brands are doing on a daily basis. Here are a few examples. In 2012, before presidential election, the Obama administration, they used sentiment analysis to gauge public opinion to all policy announcement and campaign messages on social platforms like Facebook and Twitter. So that was very helpful for them to understand how their policy was doing and if anything that needs to be acted upon based on the sentiments from people. Another example is the Expedia. When they put a commercial on the TV and they added some music, uh, there was again on social platform, a lot of people started talking about the music that they use in the advertisement, and that was not gelling well with the video. and people gave a lot of negative feedback. Expedia quickly analyzed using sentiment analysis and quickly pulled back the advert and updated it with the new music. So sentiment analysis, doing it automatically, allows companies to react quickly and adjust the feedback so that they can react quickly and they can provide a perception to the customers that they are listening to their voice. In this course, we will be learning about how we can apply machine learning, ML for short, to analyze uh, sentiments of text. Okay. In particular, we will create word embeddings, which are basically just the number representation of words, and that can create the word embeddings and uh, put the words which are closely related into a common cluster, and based on that we can analyze the sentiments. Then we are going to train the model with a feed we are going to feed a label data set to train the model. This label dataset would consist of the actual customer reviews and what they have actually reviewed, whether it was positive, negative, or maybe they have given one or two star rating, which means it's negative, or maybe 4 or 5 star rating, which we can implement as a positive. So we can use this example as a training dataset to train our model, uh, and we are going to create the word embeddings during the process. Once the model is trained, then we can feed them an actual labeled dataset, unlabeled dataset, where we don't know what users would feel, and we will we will analyze the sentiments for this unlabeled dataset using the model which was trained, and the model can tell us whether the sentiments are positive or negative.